Hi, everyone, and welcome to our full moon meditation session tonight. So great to have you here. My name is Bee. I will be the moderator for you tonight. And we're just so excited to have you all here on tonight's full moon meditation. We're going to start off by what we normally do, which is a quote. So if I can get people on chat to help me pick a number anywhere from 8. Actually, wait, hold on one second. I have to turn on my chat so I can see this. Okay, thank you, Gabrielle. All right, so 29. Thank you so much. Actually, yep, that was Gabrielle. She actually sent it directly to me, though. So 29, give me one second. Let's see what we have here for 29. And these quotes are actually really supposed to help inspire us to help cultivate ourselves. This one is a little longer, and if it doesn't make any sense, we'll definitely have our teaching monk expand on it. So this one is boon is the divining force, or the driving force, sorry. So boon is actually merit or pure energy, and that's what boon is. It's anything with regards to actions that create good deeds. So it says, boon is the great reward we achieve from giving, keeping the acts of self-discipline, and meditating. We meditate to purify our, wait, let me make sure, give me one second. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I just want to make sure everyone can hear me. Okay, we meditate to purify our mind, to be clear and bright. The more the mind is absent from greed, anger, and delusion, the more boon you will possess, and the more pure energy resides within us. So this is a little longer. We're almost done. When we have enough boon, whatever we wish for will be successful. Happiness, achievement, and fulfillment will be given to us until we feel we don't want anything except to meditate more and more, to be the center of the center, closer to the ultimate destination. So that was our quote of the day, which I think is really powerful. So thank you for choosing that. Also, with regards to today, our schedule will be a short wisdom from Monk Daniel. We'll also have a candle lighting as well, followed by our meditation, loving kindness, and then Q&A at the end. And for those who are online, we always like to know where you're from. So if you can type in your city, state, that would be great. That way we can notate that. We generally have people joining us from all over the world. So it's always nice to find out where you're from. So if you can put that in the chat. With regards to our teaching monk today, this is going to be Monk Daniel, who'll be guiding us tonight and teaching us. Monk Daniel has been a monk since 2012, going on his 13th year. He has dedicated his life with a deep passion for meditation. In addition to that, he shares his wisdom to all of us so that we can find true happiness inside. So at this time, without further ado, let me welcome Monk Daniel.
Sorry.
No problem.
Cool. Good morning from Thailand, but good evening to everyone in America and overseas on the other side of the world. It's always good to be back and have the opportunity to gather every full moon and be a part of this special event. You know, we may start to understand why we make this gathering more and more. For some of you it's your first time coming, welcome. For those of you who have been joining all the time, welcome back. It's good to be back with everyone and, seeing all the different states come together in America, as well as the different centers, with New Jersey, I can see from here. Hello, New Jersey. And also Georgia. It's always good to see. Georgia always shows up a lot at the center, as well as Azusa, right, in California. So maybe in the future I'll have the opportunity to go in person, but right now at least we have the Zoom, so we can, be in many places at once. Like right now, even in the Zoom, I think there's like 3 of me. So it's interesting. So I hope everyone someone had a great question, and I think some of us may be wondering it, whether it's our first time coming, especially if it's our first time coming, or even for anyone who's returning, right? It's like, oh, what's so special about the full moon day, right? I'm sure everyone maybe has that question a little bit in their mind, right? Especially tonight's full moon is very important and special. You know, it's why we have the saying in the West or in America, once in a blue moon, right? Tonight we have a super moon, right? The biggest moon of the year, where you may even notice it has a little hint of blue to it because it's so close to the Earth in this timing. So, for anyone who's coming, it's an auspicious event. You know, you came on once in a blue moon, and also any of us who have been joining many times, today is also a very special full moon. And the thing that makes the full moon special is three things. The first thing is, you know, to make the full moon truly special is three things. The first thing is the gathering of all these people, right? A way to symbolize and, you know, kind of like a date on your monthly calendar. Like, oh, we have once in a full moon. So once in a month, or sometimes twice a month, we can come and gather. And when a bunch of people gather together, it's a very powerful thing, even though we're not in the same place, but we are with the same goal of trying to cultivate our mind to be peaceful. And it gives off an energy. You may notice when you meditate together in a group, you can see tonight, for those of you who are at the center, or even if you're not at the center, but we're all meditating together at the same time, there's a different feeling that happens when you meditate together. It's kind of like when birds migrate, right? They fly together, right? They can go further. But when you fly by yourself, you may not go as far. And it's similar to that feeling, or similar to if you have one ice cube and you want to cool down like a drink or something like that, right? Just one ice cube can only get so cold, right? Or let's say you have 10, 20, 30, 100 ice cubes, it gets a lot colder easier, right? It's the same idea. So power in numbers. As well as the second thing that makes it special is this one is probably the most important part, is that the quality of your mind. So the quality of your mind, this is the most important thing that helps your meditation as well, or helps this day to be special fully, is if we can make our mind still, if we can make our mind calm to a certain degree, that can connect to this positivity from everyone that's meditating together more strongly. And we're going to work on that together as we learn in guided meditation, as well as a little bit of wisdom before we start. As well as the last part of it is the day itself is special because the energy in the day is different, you know, just in general, just with science in itself, right? When the moon has the power to rise and lower the tides in the water, right? So even just the natural energy of the moon is different than any other day. It's closer, there's a pull, there's a feeling, and that's just the way we can measure in science. But in the more spiritual side, there's a special energy on tonight. And whether we believe that or not, we can give it a try. Like the Buddha said, he said, "Ehi pasiko," so come and see, come and try. And you can see how is it different when you meditate on the full moon, and how is it different when you meditate on a normal day or normal night. So three things that makes it special: the gathering of people together, this day itself, and then most importantly, your mind. So when you meditate you meditate in the right method on tonight, it's going to be special because you open the gateway to receive the positive energy from everyone meditating together, as well as the positive energy from the day itself. Okay, so hopefully that gives you some kind of idea. Whether we understand it fully or not right now, let's give it a try as we meditate, and you may notice and understand more. Okay, so before we get into the meditation part to make our mind, very positive and special. I just want to remind you, and maybe it's a review for some of us, but I still want to talk about it. So it's very important. One of the masters in our technique, he said that, our great master, he said that stop is the key to success. It's a simple phrase, but for sometimes when something is so simple, we don't really practice it or we don't put as much importance on it. So what he means by stopping is to still our mind, and create the light that's inside your mind. You know, the original state of your mind is actually pretty bright, but now when we close it, it's dark, right? It's normal, because as we go through our life, we kind of cover up our mind. It's kind of like tonight. There's a full moon shining, but for some reason, sometimes we don't see it right away because there's cloud cover, or just the timing isn't right. It's still daytime, for example. But if we sit down, be patient, and wait for the right time, we'll see that full moon and wait for the clouds to disappear and go back to the normal state that it's full. So your mind is the same way. If you take the time to stop and still it, it will gradually remove those clouds of your mind so that you can have your brightness of mind come back. It's a feeling of brightness, and as you keep meditating more and more, you may even notice that not only can you feel it, but you can see how is your mind when it's bright and positive. So when we sit, the main goal is to, as we meditate, we get relaxed, we get comfortable, it starts to declutter your mind. And in doing so, it's going to declutter your life. When your mind is in order, the rest of your life is in order. Or if you put your mind in the right place, the rest of your life is going to fall into place. This is very true, and that's why the master said that stop is the key to success. If your life is in order, right, your mind is in order, of course the success is going to come easier. So normally, this isn't like a technical error. Normally when your mind is, our mind is usually like this when we close our eyes, right? And it's okay. We all start from this point, and when we sit down to meditate, our mind is pretty cluttered. It's like the full moon covered in clouds. And as we meditate and we relax our body, relax our mind, we kind of gradually allow the cloud cover to go away bit by bit. It's kind of like the wind that's slowly pushing the cloud away, right? So as you relax your mind, you relax your body, it starts to gradually make your mind brighter. It makes space in your mind. It declutters the clouds. It declutters the wandering mind. It declutters the distractions. As we relax and we focus on being in the present, it's gonna slowly declutter it until our mind starts to get more open, more spacious, creating room for the light to come in, right? Until eventually we're gonna feel a happiness that we can call for ourselves, a true happiness, a different kind of happiness that we haven't felt before. But you may notice that happiness is actually within you, you know, like in this, it's in you, it's already in you. It's like right now, the full moon is in the sky, right? Do we see it now? Not yet, right? Because some of us are inside the building, or some of us are, you know, inside our house. But if we walk outside, put ourselves in the right spot, and wait, we'll see it. It's kind of the same idea in meditation. As we relax, as we let go, as we calm down, we're gonna see what's already there. What's already waiting for you. See and feel. Most importantly, feel. Most importantly, feel what's already inside of you. And this connects to the whole idea of why is stopping and stilling the mind lead to success. Because when you do that, when we have problems in life, we have sadness, we have obstacles, we can float above them. When our mind is in a good, happy mood, positive state, we can float above them. And as we practice more and more, our mind will get even stronger, and we can not only float above it, but rise above it. Okay? So to expand on that quote, this other quote from one of my master monks, he said that the success recipe, so anyone new, please write this down, you know, please keep it with you, is that with a mind that is clear and at ease, we can achieve anything if our mind is at the seventh base, the center of the body, anything can be achieved. So the idea is to keep your mind clear and at ease, comfortable and relaxed, and you can achieve anything within yourself, starting from a mind that is happy, a mind that is relaxed. So of course, in order to get there, we need to have two simple things. But again, sometimes simple, we don't put too much effort in it, and we forget to skip it. So to get to these things I'm talking about, the happiness within you, and to create that space in your mind for the happiness to come out, we just need two things. It's the comfortable body and comfortable mind. And the key thing with comfortable body and comfortable mind is to not rush into the meditation. Take your time, take it easy, and do what's appropriate for yourself. How are you gonna start this journey inside? It's not a race. If you hurry like the picture on the left, and you don't adjust yourself correctly, you're gonna run in the wrong direction. You're gonna walk in the wrong direction. You're gonna start in the wrong direction. So you have to understand yourself. Are you the shrimp? Are you the crab in this picture? And just adjust yourself so you can go in the right direction. It's more important than the speed. Adjust yourself according to how you feel. According to how you feel. Not according to what you heard before or what works for someone else. It's about what makes you comfortable, what makes you feel good physically and mentally. So the simple things matter, how we prepare ourselves. Right now, maybe we are about to start, so maybe can't, but just in the future, the basic thing we can do right now before we start is stretch a little bit. Right now, as you're listening to me, before we start, take a moment to stretch, and that will be a way to get you a boost in comfort. So a comfortable body, I don't think we need to go too much in detail with, but for a comfortable mind, I would say that it's as simple as learning how to let go. But learning to let go, I know is not easy right away. So the way we let go is, in meditation, is bring your mind into the present. Bring your mind into the present is how we let go of the past and the future, right? If we're truly present, we're gonna be able to appreciate the relaxation that you have in front of you. But for some reason, and we're all guilty of this, we tend to allow our mind to go to the past and the future. And then when that happens, we're not satisfied with what we have in front of us, or we change our focus to what we have in front of us. It's like you have both hands full. One hand is holding on to the past, and one hand is holding on to the future, or grasping for the future. And now you have no hands to grab the present. So you can't unwrap it, you can't open it, and you want to, or maybe you can't, because you don't realize it's in front of you because you're looking left and looking right. So we bring our mind to the present. As we do that, we have to let go, right? You have to let go. How do you let go? You need to release, right? How do you release? You need to relax. This is the reason why we say relaxation is important, because you can't force yourself to let go, but you have to get into the process of releasing by relaxing. So relax your body, relax your mind. The way to relax your mind is to bring your mind to the present. And we'll do that in the meditation with the mantra, with the visualization, with any other technique that you may have in the past. Any method, really, following your breath, following the rising and falling of your stomach. You can do all those methods as well, as long as it helps you to stay present, where you feel mindful and relaxed at the same time. And as we do that, we're going to create that space in your mind, create that room for the happiness inside of you to expand. And luckily, even if you have a small amount of relaxation, just like the candle that you're about to light, it's enough. It's enough to, just like one candle can light up the room, no matter how dark the room is. If you have one candle, it's already conquers that darkness, right? So it's the same idea. If you can start from appreciating that small amount of relaxation that you have when you start by being present, it's gonna conquer the darkness of your mind gradually. Just start from that point, and as you relax more, it's gonna expand, and the feeling of happiness that's already inside of you is gonna allow to shine out and reveal itself like the full moon tonight. Okay, so before we put into practice what we just learned, I want you to take a moment to please light the candle in front of you or wherever you may be, and we can even use that candle as a symbol that you can visualize in the meditation when you relax. And if you are comfortable with visualization, try to imagine that candle softly and gently, but don't worry about the clarity. Just try to imagine it as naturally and as easy as you can. It's just one tool we can use, and we can take a moment to light up the candle, and then we can continue our meditation. Okay. Now that we have taken the opportunity to light the candle on the outside, let's take the time to cultivate the candle on the inside, to find our inner brightness, our inner peace, our inner positivity. The way to light that candle is easy and simple. The full moon of happiness, the full moon of positivity is already inside of us. All we need to do is clear away the clouds that are covering it. We can do that easily and simply by taking our time. No need to hurry, but take a moment to see and observe ourselves. creating the foundation of relaxation with our body first. Relaxing and releasing our body, getting in a comfortable position, the perfect position for yourself. Don't worry about having the perfect posture, but find the position that feels comfortable for you, whether you're sitting on the floor, in a chair, or wherever it may be. And close your eyes softly, gently, naturally, the same way we would when we go to sleep. We should remind ourselves that it's a time to rest, to relax. The meditation is about relaxing the body and the mind. This is the foundation that will lead us to that full moon of happiness, that full moon of positivity within you. So we need to make sure that our foundation is strong, stable, in order for us to build upon. So from the moment we start to relax our body, our meditation has already begun. Relaxing and releasing every muscle from our head all the way down to our feet. And just an easy and simple way to make sure that the tension and tightness or any hidden uncomfortableness is completely gone. We can take a few deep breaths, breathing in deeply and exhaling slowly. Every time we breathe in, bring your focus softly and gently on your breath. Feeling the relaxation entering into our body. Soothing, calming, healing. Allowing our breath to help to ease, massage, and loosen every corner of our body. As we exhale, bring that feeling of relaxation out, surrounding ourselves, making us feel relaxed, comfortable, like a blanket of peace, a cloud of peace surrounding us, making us feel soft, relaxed, on the inside and on the outside. And we can put a small, content smile on your face. A smile to welcome, a smile to accept. The relaxation that's starting. Appreciating the relaxation that we have. So now that we have the relaxation growing, beginning to emerge, physically. All we need to do now is help our mind to relax, to release, and build off of that relaxation. We do that simply by naturally bringing our mind to the present. Allow yourself to let go of the past and the future by bringing your mind to where you feel comfortable, bringing your mind to appreciate the relaxation that we have and not to focus on what's missing. Right in front of us, we have a gift. That gift is in the present. All we need to do is unwrap it gradually. We can't rush the process, but we need to be gentle and soft with our mind, helping it to stay in the present, whether that's by using the mantra, repeating softly and gently in your mind, continuously, until you feel that our mind no longer needs it. Repeating Sammaram, 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 Samma meaning purity, Araham meaning freedom. So every time you repeat the simple mantra in your mind, allow it to resonate as if every time you repeat it, it's helping our mind to become pure and free from the clouds of distraction, the clouds of any negativity that we may have within us. Or for some of us, it may be more easy and more comfortable to visualize. We can try to visualize the candle that we just lit, or we can visualize the full moon. Usually, we use something that is bright to help keep us mindful, but more importantly, to keep us relaxed. So the key thing is to imagine it in a way that is natural, relaxing, and it's completely normal if it's not clear yet. The key thing is that we can keep the image relaxingly, and similar to the mantra, if we forget or we get distracted, we just bring up the image again, or the mantra again. Whatever technique we use, they're just tools to help us stay mindful and relaxed at the same time, helping us to stay in the present. And as we stay in the present, contently, relaxingly, comfortably, we begin that process of unwrapping the gift that we already have inside of us. The clouds of our mind will begin to fade, revealing the full moon of happiness, the full moon of positivity. We already have it inside of us. All we need to do is relax the body, relax the mind, and everything will happen naturally on its own. We just need to sit comfortably, patiently, appreciating the glimpses of relaxation that we may have. And that small amount of relaxation will be enough. As we stay content, that relaxation that began from a glimpse will begin to expand naturally. The more we appreciate what we have, the more we see the value. And that value will increase automatically. As long as we have a feeling of comfort, it's enough. Just stay with that comfort. Stay in the present. Follow that comfort, and it'll bring you to where your mind needs to go. But if we find ourselves getting distracted, drifting from the present, then it's okay. Just softly and gently remind yourself to stay in balance, to stay mindful and relaxed together. Meaning that if our mind is wandering, we need to add some mindfulness. Softly and gently bringing our mind back into balance. Whether that's to use the visualization, the mantra, or by simply opening our eyes and bringing our mind back to the present for a moment. Don't be afraid to adjust, because the thing that is driving our meditation, keeping our journey going, is the feeling of relaxation of body and mind, where we feel mindful and relaxed at the same time. So the sooner we adjust to come back in balance, the better. Every journey we take in life, whether it's by walking, by driving, or flying, there's always a moment where we need to stop readjust. But once we're ready, we can continue on our journey. It's the same way in meditation. It's okay to readjust. It's okay as long as we come back and continue our journey. The distance traveled doesn't just disappear. So for now, let's continue our journey, relaxing, releasing, allowing what's already inside of us to emerge, to grow, to expand. So for now, let's continue to relax and enjoy the meditation together in silence. Now that our mind is more calm and relaxed, as you're taking the time to collect those moments of stillness, and that our mind is now in a place that is more positive, in a state that is more still and calm. It's the perfect opportunity for us to use this state of mind to share our positive wishes, not only for ourselves, our family, our friends, for everyone gathered tonight, as well as the world. Even a moment of stillness is enough. The power of the mind that is still is strong. Just like the water, any body of water that becomes still, the reflection is clear, the same way as the mind that is still. The wish will become clear. So take a moment to increase the good feeling we have. By wishing for yourself, your family, your friends, wishing for everyone to be healthy of both body and mind, to have success in everything, to be able to overcome any obstacle, and most importantly, to be able to cultivate and find their inner happiness, to connect to the true happiness that's within more deeply, more easily, and more strongly. And we can wish for whatever we desire, as well as expanding our desire, our good wishes, not only to ourselves, but expanding it as far as we can. The more we expand, hoping to be like the full moon, shining to everything and everyone, allowing the beauty within your mind, allowing the brightness within your mind to overcome the darkness, to overcome any of the ugliness in this world. Right now it may seem like a faraway goal, but we can start from our own world that's close by. Our family, our friends, our community. But in order to do that, it begins by stilling relaxing our mind first. So let's continue to relax and bring our mind to where we feel comfortable, absorbing the positivity from within you and from around you for a moment. Sapphe Buddha Balapatta Bajje Ganang Chayang Palam Arahanta Nati Shirakam Pantami Sabaso Sabbabuddha Nupavena Sabbadhamma Nupavena สัพพสังขานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภาวันตุเต by the positivity generated in this meditation. May that positivity bless our life in every way. And when we are ready, we may slowly, gently open our eyes. So rejoice in all your positive meditations, and I hope everyone had a wonderful meditation tonight. And please, if you could, share that positivity in the feedback, or as well as share it as you go home tonight to your friends, to your family, and share it to everyone who's around you.
Yes, thank you, Monk Daniel, for an awesome meditation experience tonight. And just to piggyback off of the feedback, we really would like to ask everyone on the call to take some time to share with us your experience, but not just, oh, I had a nice meditation experience, but kind of expand on it, because it really helps our teachers know what they're doing right, and the feedback is really important. So we really do ask to take some time to complete the feedback. There is a Zoom link that pops up when you log off, so please do, as I said, take some time to fill it out. There's also a comment section where you can tell us about experience, tell us what you like. As I said, expand on your experience with regards to your meditation, how you felt in particular, how you were able to still your mind, what you used to help get you there, the teacher's voice or the visualization that he gives, whatever you can expand on is going to be helpful. And if you're at a local center, you too, please stay behind, meet with our staff. They're waiting to definitely interview you. So if you can share your experience as well, we greatly appreciate that. So with that, there's also going to be a QR code that will pop up as well for feedback. It should pop up briefly. There we go. Thank you so much. Yes, you can also click on that and then give us your feedback. In addition to that, a couple of other things. Our next full moon meditation session is going to be on September 29th. So we do this every month, you guys. And one of the best ways to stay on top of when it happens, because every full moon falls on a different day, is to download our app, MindGem, and you can find that on iOS or Android. It's a great tool to not only use to supplement your meditation experience outside of our full moon meditation sessions or at the center. You can meditate at the convenience of your home. In addition to that, you get these great notifications that are sent out monthly to let you know what day we've got our sessions. So that way you don't miss it and you can join us. And definitely feel free to invite your friends and family so that they can benefit from finding this true happiness from within, which can only be found when the mind is still. So we have such a great gift learning this tool of meditation and a technique that's really beneficial. So not only can you benefit, but you can also share it to those you love, your friends, your family. Everyone needs to find this inner happiness. We can all do it together. Nothing's more powerful than when we come together to meditate on our full moon meditation sessions. So please do share it. Again, September 29th. Other things with regards to our centers, we've got centers all around the world, but in particular, you can also find your nearest center near you by logging on to our website, mindgem.org, go to centers or locations, and then find the one nearest you. It'll hyperlink to the center's website, and then you can find out when they meet weekly. All of our centers are now open, so please do join us weekly as we come together to meditate as a community, not only at our centers, but also online as well, and through our app. So at this time, my favorite part, which is Q&A. This is definitely a great time to learn about questions from other people, get answers to kind of help your own meditation experience. So at this time, we open the floor to anybody who has a question, and we actually had a couple of questions come through already, Venerable, that I've got in hand for you. So thank you so much, John, for asking a couple questions to kind of get us started as other questions trickle in. So John Upshaw is from the Georgia Meditation Center, and Venerable, just to let you know, I'm so proud of the center. We've got a full meditation class today, and considering how bad the weather is in Georgia, very impressed that people came to meditate with you. So kudos to Georgia. So this is from John Upshaw, and his question is, do monks make yoga a part of their daily routine?
Great question. Yeah, we should. For anyone who meditates often, it's important to physically look after your body, which is something that when I first ordained, I didn't really realize it. You think of sports or something as like, athletic, where you have to maintain your body to perform well, right? But in meditation, it's actually very similar in the sense that when you go long distance, your body also has to be taken care of, and stretching goes a long way. So if you can stretch, your flexibility can help a lot. But again, it's not it's good that when we're younger and we're healthy to use that flexibility and that good health so we can meditate well. And as we get older, of course, our body deteriorates, but when you have the strong meditation practice, it's easier to kind of let go of the physical limitations because you can change your focus easier. But as a good rule of thumb, it's very important. And for any serious meditator, they practice forms of yoga or forms of stretching to help build that foundation of physical relaxation, to be kind of like a head start to get you into the meditation easier. But that's not don't want to put anyone down who feels that you aren't flexible, that you can't meditate well. That's not true as well. You can, as long as you can relax to a certain point, and the key thing is really about contentment. So sometimes you may not have a lot of relaxation, but you have a lot of contentment, and that's more important. And it's about how can you be happy with the relaxation that you have. I think this is a key thing. This is just a add-on to your question. Hopefully it helps everyone. Is that a thing that really clicked for me and made me really understand and made my meditation deeper is the understanding that we all have a certain amount of relaxation when we start. But the thing is, can you accept it? Ask yourself, when you sit in the beginning, right? You are not in pain, right? No one's sitting in pain, hopefully. And you have a certain amount of relaxation that's helping you sit right now in that moment. So try to focus on what you have, the relaxation that you have, and not the relaxation that you feel like it's missing. The moment you feel like it's missing, that's when you're gonna not appreciate what you have. Your mind's not in the present, and that's what's making you not have relaxation. It's not that you don't have it, it's just you don't accept it.
Okay, thank you, Venerable. Also, another question is with regards to, and this is also from John, but with regards to meditation, if a layperson versus a monk, could a layperson meditate just as well as a monk, getting into higher levels of meditation? What is if you can expand on that one, Pete?
Meditation's for everyone, and anyone can achieve different levels of meditation, but it comes down to consistency. It comes down to practice. So it depends on the person and the position you're in, of whether that position can help you to be more consistent and to help your practice to be more deep. In the sense that, can a lay person meditate well? Yes, but it depends on their discipline and it depends on their practice. And some positions can be easier to do that. But in the end, it's kind of like like tonight, there's people from Georgia, there's people from uh, Chicago, there's people from Azusa, there's people from Boston, there's people from all these different corners in America, but we're all gathered here in the same place, listening to the same uh, lesson. As well as when we meditate, we all kind of get to a similar feeling, right, of relaxation. And that's kind of the idea in meditation, that no matter what you practice or how you practice, if you practice correctly, we all get to the same destination. We'll all get to the same end goal in the meditation. So yes, anyone could practice meditation and get to attainments that are similar.
Okay, thank you, Venerable. All right, so I've got lots of questions that have trickled in, which is awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for sending us these great questions. One of the question is, and this is from the Georgia Meditation Center, it's from Juan. His question is, how do we see our happiness is in us like we know the moon is there, even though we don't see it during bad times?
It's about understanding that just like the moon, the moon is actually full all year round, but it's different phases that we can actually see it, right? There's different time that we can actually see it, but it's always there. It's always there. So we have to understand that inside of us, we have this positive feeling inside of us that we may not see it yet, but don't worry too much about seeing it during a bad time, but try to feel it more so. Meaning that take the time to, when times get rough, try to find the source of strength from inside, rather than looking around when is the strength gonna come, or when is something gonna help me, or what is gonna help me outside. Sometimes the best thing to rely on is yourself. I don't want to say sometimes. Usually, if we practice meditation more, we can rely on ourselves more, because we can become our own source of positivity. We can become our own source of happiness, rather than relying on something or someone to make us happy. So, don't worry about seeing that happiness, but more so try to feel its presence that's inside of you by doing what we did tonight. Take the time to sit, to relax, and try to reconnect with that. The bad time is only going to get worse if we focus on that bad time, which isn't helping you, right? So change that focus to what's helping you by relaxing. Change that focus to using the mantra, the visualization, to try to help you to, I know it's hard to let go of the bad feeling, but you may notice that if you change your focus to the mantra, to the visualization, it gradually helps you to let go. So give it a try to feel it rather than see it, and the seeing will come when the time is right, when the phase is right.
Awesome. Thank you, Venerable. Looking forward to that myself. All right, the next question, and I think this is a very common question, Venerable, so definitely want to get your answer on this one. And the question is from Andrea from the Georgia Meditation Center. And the question is, I want to know how I can keep my mind calm, because when I try to have my mind quiet, it is difficult. Too many thoughts come to my mind. She's not alone.
Yeah, you're not, I was gonna just say exactly that. You're not alone. I mean, it's not always gonna be easy to calm your mind down. And everyone starts from that point. Like before, I couldn't meditate for more than 5 minutes as well. And as you practice more, it's not an instant, it's like medicine. You have to gradually take it to reduce the symptoms. And it's not gonna completely go away right away. And even those symptoms can come back. So it's important not to be too hard on yourself, to like, oh, it's not quieting down right away. But take it easy, step by step, and it will slowly quiet down. And if the key thing is to use, if you're really overthinking and the thoughts don't stop, sometimes the mantra and the visualization isn't enough. So in that case, I recommend you to really just open your eyes. It's kind of like a bad dream. You open your eyes and the dream will start to fade and you'll forget about it, maybe even instantly or completely. And some people hesitate to do that because they feel that when you open your eyes, it's like starting over. But really, it's starting again and starting another chance to get it right. Another chance to, like when you try to hit a bullseye, sometimes the first time you throw the dart, you're going to miss. But if you have another chance to throw, you can have another chance to hit it, right? So when you reset, it's another chance to hit it, to get in the right state. But if you don't reset, it's kind of like you threw it and you missed, and that's it. So if you want another chance, don't be afraid to like open your eyes, and like that's a good way to cut the thinking, and then come back. Come back again. Use the mantra, use the visualization to help your mind from thinking. And if it starts to think again, okay, open your eyes and kind of repeat this process, and it'll gradually ease the thinking. Okay.
Thank you, Pete. So this is a question from a meditation coach in Alabama. And the question is, what is your advice for me? Because I struggle with teaching meditation, sometimes with my confidence in it. And also, I prefer meditating more than teaching, but I love sharing peace and helping to get more people to meditate.
Oh, you have a big heart to teach. It's not always easy to teach, right? So, but I think you have the right idea, and I think that I like that you are practicing your meditation as well, which is the most important aspect of being a teacher, is practicing what you teach. And my master Luang Por would always remind myself and the team of monks when we teach is that you have to keep yourself right. You have to keep yourself happy with your meditation, because you have to, you can't give what you don't have. And so if you want to get confidence in your teaching, if you want to have powerful teaching, you don't have to look too far. You have to look inside. You have to cultivate your own meditation more and more. And the confidence will come easier. The struggling to teach will disappear, because you're not teaching from the book, you're teaching from what you practice. You're teaching from what your own experience, which you don't have to prepare. You don't have to create a PowerPoint, or if you don't have, it's going to come out naturally because it's what you do. And I think it's good to be aware that sometimes you need to practice yourself first before you go and teach. And that's okay. And in doing so, it may seem like sometimes you have to put teaching on a pause, but in the long run, it's going to be better when you come back, instead of keep going and going and going while your own practice is going down, 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 down. This is more important. If you truly want to love sharing peace and helping people more deeply, help yourself first to get to that deep part, and then you can help people more. It's like a tree. Like the tree has to grow and have the fruit before it can give it, right? But if you're out of fruit, or your tree, kind of starting to die, you have to come back and look after yourself first. It's okay. And I really like the quote from Kunyai, our master nun from our temple. She said that before you help someone, you have to see, do you have the ability, or you have like the positive energy within yourself to help that person or not. And if you want to help more people, you need to cultivate that positivity within you more and more and more, and then you can help more and more and more people, right? Are you going to be as bright as the sun, or are you going to be as bright as a firefly, right? Different level of brightness. So keep going, keep practicing, and it's a great inspiration and big heart to want to share and to help. So keep practicing yourself, and the confidence and the scale that you can share and help will grow with your practice.
Thank you, Long Pete. Yeah, I always, just you talking about this topic, it just made me realize when I listen to Long Por, sometimes guided meditation through YouTube or whatever, I'm just amazed at the thousands of people he's guiding, but yet it sounds like he's just talking to me. Like it's just such, I mean, that's why he's, the master, our master teacher, because that's just, I don't know, it's just amazing that he's able to do that. And that's how I know that he definitely has definitely like inner power, because it's not, I think it's almost impossible to do that. Thousands of people, but yet, he's talking to you, it feels like.
Yeah,
So
we
thank
can
you,
all get
Lumpy.
to that point if you practice more.
Yeah. Right, Lumpy. I mean, thousands of people, like you look at the sea of people and him guiding, you're just like, that is superhuman.
Mhm. It-
But yeah,
yeah,
thank you for sharing that. Now I know how because he has it, so he can share it. Thank you, Lumpy.
exactly.
So I have a question for you, Lumpy, and this is for meditation. And as you get older, and your body starts to kind of break down a little bit, that's actually happening to my mother, who is my virtuous friend. Uh, Without her, I wouldn't be who I am and as committed as I am through my own practice. But she's getting older, and I'm always reminding her, Mom, you're the one who told me to meditate. Why aren't you meditating these days? And they'll say because she's getting old and her body aches and what have you. So my question to you is, do you have any advice on overcoming that for her? And I'll pass it on. Actually, I think she's listening to this call, so we might be able to share it with her directly.
Mm. As you get older, I mean, it's, the reality, but the first thing is to not, what I've noticed is more, don't worry about the length of the meditation, but the frequency. So if we can't sit as long, be more frequent with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not about the how long you go in the meditation if it's not quality anyway. So start
Mm-hmm.
baby steps and collect those good moments, whether it's a minute there, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes. Those small little moments will add up, and it will help your mind to get refined and help your mind to collect rather than you know the the investment will increase rather than depreciate as you don't practice. So take
Mm-hmm.
the time to sit short, short but sweet,
Mm-hmm.
better than long but in pain. So
Mm-hmm.
if you don't feel physically able to sit long, that's okay. Start from the time frame that feels good, and when that time frame lessens, you can stop and
Mm-hmm.
go relax yourself, prepare yourself, and when you're ready again, come and do a short session. So short but sweet, often and frequent. But don't worry about the length of the meditation if it's a physical limitation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, what about she does chant a lot. Could that take the place of meditation?
Uh, it can help to calm your mind down, but I would recommend to actually meditate as well. It
Mm-hmm.
can be a way to kind of keep your mind more calm, keep your mind in a state of relaxation, but to go truly deeper, we need to actually meditate.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be a good way to kind of keep your mind happy and calm before you come into the meditation.
Got it. Thank you, Venerable. I think every now and again, no matter what in life, you've got times when people have to remind you to stay committed to your practice, because life has its up and downs. And even me, there was a period where I wasn't meditating as much. And then through the influence of my brother, he encouraged me, I don't care what you're going through, you have to meditate, do it for me. And then, fortunately, I continued my practice. But, I think life does have its up and downs, and sometimes it's not always super easy to be consistent. So that's where your virtuous friend really does come into play there. So thank you, Venerable. All right. So it is now 10:24. Does anyone have any other questions before we wrap up tonight's call online or at the centers? Okay. nope, Lumpy, it looks like we are finished to wrap up. If you want to go ahead and say anything before we end the call.
So, thank you everyone for your questions and taking the opportunity out of your night tonight to come together and cultivate and find that, you know, super moon inside of you first. And then tonight you can still go out. I think you can still see it as well outside.
Mhm.
And but most importantly, we have to feel and see the super moon inside. And
Mm.
you know, I just want everyone to realize that you do have it inside of you, and it's just that it's cloudy when you close your eyes. So take the time to relax, to do it often, and you know, you'll understand that what's already inside of you, and keep practicing
So,
and keep
Pete,
joining us.
sorry, before you head out, since we have a little bit of time, we did have a question pop up with regards to repeating the mantra, what that is, and maybe you can also emphasize what it means again.
Uh, is Samma Arahang. Samma, just to translate it shortly, you can simplify it to just be Samma meaning uh, purity, and Arahang meaning freedom. So as you say it, it's kind of helping you to free and purify your mind. And it's I would like you to try it, and you can see as you stay with it, it can help you to calm yourself down. It's kind of like a lullaby for your mind to soothe it, to relax it. But you can't force it to go to sleep right away or to calm down right away. So take it easy.
Mm. So, Pete, one more question since you mentioned Sama Alahang, and this is for me. I actually sometimes when I have like a bad dream, I found myself in my dream chanting Sama Alahang. Uh, Do you know why I do that by any chance? Is it just because I'm so used to the word? Because I found myself doing it in dreams, and I think that's kind of interesting that I have that ability to do that.
I think it's just your consistent practice with it, so it becomes, you know, second nature to use when you get upset or scared or to calm
Mm.
down, which is a uh, good indicator that you've been practicing pretty consistently, because even in your dreams you do it. So it's similar like when you
Okay.
practice a new language and you dream in the new language. It's because
Mm.
you practice it a lot.
So it's in your
So,
subconscious.
so it's good. Yeah, it's in your subconscious.
Okay, thank you, Venerable. All right, so we don't have any other questions, Lumpy, at this time. If you can give us a blessing, and everyone, if you're still on the call or at the center, if you can put your palms together to receive the blessing before we sign off.
So by this positivity that we've generated together, all the positive energy from all the collected minds as well as yourself, by practicing the meditation, on all the positive energy that you've collected within you from every day, from every moment of practice, and all the positive deeds that you have done in the past until now, may that positivity collect to be like the full moon, full of happiness, full of positivity, to guide, to look after you, to protect you wherever you go, keeping you free from any negativity. Or if you do encounter negativity, may this positivity be able to overcome it, helping you to have success in everything you do, keeping you healthy of both body and mind, and most importantly, helping you to connect to this inner happiness within you more deeply and very soon, and maintain it for the rest of your life.
Thank you, Venerable. Again, for those of you online, please do fill out our feedback. When you log off, there's going to be a Zoom link, or you can use the QR code, expanding on your experience when you meditate, how you feel, how you got to stillness. Any little bit's going to be helpful for us, because our teachers really do need the feedback so they can continue to improve and know what they're doing well. And if you're at a center, please do contact our staff member, because they're also wanting to know about your experience as well. If you can share it with them, and they'll definitely relay it back to our teaching monks. So at this time, thank you so much for attending our full moon meditation session. Please join us for the next one on September 29th. Download our app if you haven't already, MindGem. That way you can stay connected to our notifications. Bye, everyone.
happiness. From the ignorant to the knowledge one. Change the world, we have to do it the easy way. Be happy and cheerful with childlike innocence. Everyone must join hand in hand. Gently close your eyes, relax, relax. Still your mind at the center of the body and move at the same position of the one who moved from the past. Change the world from the era of darkness to the era of light. From the old era to this new era, the world will be like heaven on earth. No classes in society. Everyone will be evenly happy. We speak the same heavenly language. Become as one with smile.